Tonight, tough tax talk.
Tonight, the Jerky Boys.
Tonight, pond again.
You six run the scene here, Derek. Good evening. Prime Minister Chrétien leaves the door open for more tax increases. In town for a National Caucus meeting, the PM and his finance minister both tiptoe through some tough questions tonight.
The main source of deficit reduction is going to have to be cutting government spending. We will look to make sure that the tax system is fair and that it's efficient. That's what Canadians want. I don't think anybody thinks that the current tax system is without its flaws. And I think the responsibility of government in any kind of legislation is to fix those flaws.
Here in Toronto, what's in it for us? Here in Toronto.
A good country and a good economy is very good for Toronto like the rest of the country.
And we get nothing in particular?
Yes, a good economy and a good government. It's a big gift for you guys.
Prove it.
And it wasn't only political specialist Colin Vaughan who had a bone to pick with the PM.
Free soup! Soup for Liberal MPs! Come on and hear what the people have to say about saving our social programs. Come and get a free bowl of hot, nourishing vegetable soup.
Thank you very much for coming. We're delighted to have you.
I really feel it's very important for MPs to realize that there is still poverty in this country.
We are going to clean up the nation's finances. It is very, very important, really, as a means of protecting our social programs.
We're here in Toronto, which is a great city in Ontario, in our country, and in the world.
We'll keep the confidence of the Canadian people because we'll give them a good, honest government.
Your funds in play. Frugal Feds okay?
I support some of them, as long as they don't affect services that are really essential for people to have a feeling of security and safety in society.
I do in some cases, I don't in others. I believe the first place they should start, though, as a symbolic gesture, is with their own ludicrous pension scheme.
Absolutely.
Why?
Sir, we can't get any better than what we are now. We have to start someplace, sometime. And until we start to take drastic measures, my friend, the country is going to go from bad to worse.
I am kind of wishy-washy about, but I do agree that it is important to get the deficit down because in the next few years it's going to be crucial or we're not going to have any money to fund any of the programs and everybody is going to be out of pocket.
Another local political fete tonight out in Etobicoke, where residents honor that city's outgoing mayor.
Former student.
Bruce Sinclair, longtime mayor and councillor in our western burb, bowing out after losing the November vote to Doug Holliday.
I had the opportunity of policing out here. I've also had the honor and privilege of living in Etobicoke for a long time. He served us very well as a mayor, and I appreciate it. Thanks, Bruce.
I think you just have to realize that you're almost married to the job, and you have to have a very understanding wife because it's you're on duty, 7 days a week, and if you don't like people, stay out of the game.
Sinclair not sure what game's next for him. He was mayor for 10 of his 25 years around Etobicoke City Hall. Another quarter-century mark celebrated tonight high above the city. Pollution probe is 25 years old and getting better.
We intend to focus our efforts on finding solutions rather than just making people aware of these environmental problems.
Before there was a Ministry of the Environment at both the federal and the provincial level, there was a pollution probe. So most people understood the environmental movement of the 60s, 70s, and 80s through understanding probe's agenda. Recycling, for example, the very first recycling depot in Ontario was established around 1973 by probe.
Tonight's probe party at the Towers Eco Deck on this crisp, relatively smog-free night. One of the best smog fighters out there comes with two wheels. And tonight, videographer Dominic Schulo found some two-wheel deals. Now,
Mark, hundreds of people poured into a Metro Police auction tonight to bid on hundreds of lost or stolen bicycles that were not spoken for.
45 here, 45 now, 50 at the back, 50 another minute, advance on 50, so $50.
There's 350 recovered bikes up on the auction block this time around, and a lot of these bikes retail for well over $1,000. But the average selling price here is well under $100. I guess this one's a little bit small for me. Yep.
We're having this auction because of the overabundance of bikes that we have in our possession right now. Over the course of the last few months, we have a large quantity of bikes that have been found or seized, turned into the police, and after 30 days, we dispose of them.
Little red bike would be perfect for Jason.
What kind of condition are the bikes in?
Some of them are in excellent condition. Some of them are really junky, and they threw them over there.
Yeah.
But all the good bikes are here, and they should go from 25 to 75 bucks, I hope.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Pretty good deal.
I think so.
How much did you pay for your bike?
$5.
$5? I think that's the cheapest bike here. Or the best deal anyways. Would you agree?
Yes.
There you go. Have fun. The Public Property Bureau holds an auction here every 5 weeks, selling everything from electronics to tools to new clothing. It's all recovered merchandise that's unable to be identified. Maybe next time you might want to pick yourself up a fire extinguisher. Dominic Schulo, CityPulse tonight.
now let's cycle through the world's news tonight. For Mideast leaders tonight, smiles and handshakes are covering deep divisions. Egypt hosted Israel, Jordan, and the PLO for an historic 5-hour summit. It produced a promise to denounce violence, but there's no guarantee that radicals opposed to the PLO self-rule deal will play along. The weather's playing along in flood-racked Europe tonight, but it may be too late for some of Holland. Fear is ancient dikes will collapse, ringing the final toll for land claimed from the sea centuries ago. Still, 250,000 evacuees are shoring up hopes with efforts of aerial surveys, heavy equipment, and good old-fashioned leg work. O.J. Simpson's alleged dreams about killing his ex-wife Nicole still the prime focus of the football star's double murder trial tonight. On the stand for the second straight day, O.J.'s friend and former cop Ronald Shipp, who testified O.J. told him about dreams of murder. The defense attacked his credibility, focused on his admitted drinking problem, and even accused him of being jealous of Nicole.
Isn't it true, sir, that you have in the past told Mr. Simpson's friend that if Mr. Simpson weren't around, you might have a shot at Nicole Brown Simpson yourself?
No, I did not.
Before the defendant told you about the dreams he'd had of killing Nicole, that he chuckled. Correct?
Yes, he did.
Did he really chuckle?
He chuckled.
And this was the same day that the bodies were removed?
Same day, that evening.
Other developments, testimony from prosecution witness Terry Moore, a 911 operator who took a call from Nicole Brown Simpson in 1993. In it, O.J.'s ex-wife pleads for police protection, fearing Simpson will beat her up.
This is another study that was done, but when we finish analysis...
A familiar face from American television right here in Toronto tonight. Mike Wallace helped promote the Clark Institute today, a self-described survivor of depression. The 76-year-old Wallace hopes sharing his experiences will help others and help raise $2 million for a mood disorder clinic.
What was it like on the lowest of the low days for you?
The lowest of the low days is 1:30 in the morning. Can't get to sleep. Cannot get to sleep, no matter what pills you take or whatever. You obsess about everything that's wrong and refuse to believe that anything is right.
Researchers now know some depression is a medical condition caused by lack of a chemical called serotonin on the brain. Well, wouldn't want to spend 60 minutes out in this cold weather, would you? Harold does most days. Here's the early look at the forecast.
Yeah, I think I must be lacking something in my brain. Nice, bright, sunny day, one of the coldest we had this winter, and about the halfway point in the winter, traditionally known as Groundhog Day. We wanted to find out what the groundhog had to say, so we took a little run up to the Courtright Center to see what Gary the Groundhog had to forecast. Well, the traditional story is that if the groundhog emerges from his hole and he sees his shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. I don't believe it, of course, because I think if this groundhog were in a hole, he'd be smart enough not to come out on a cold day like this. However, he did see his shadow, and as tradition goes, there should be about 6 more weeks of winter. Actually, there'll be about 7 more weeks because spring arrives around March the 21st, doesn't it? Let's see what's happening in sports now. Here's John.
Kids, we're going downtown. Miami, Florida, watching the Panthers and the Canadians. Also Bruins in Ottawa, Quebec, and New Jersey. Highlights from the Conn Smythe dinner. More in minutes.
Hi, I'm Teresa Ronson. Coming up in entertainment, the Turkey Boys, more hip tickets, and Joanna Connor at the Silver Dollar.
Oh, my dream. I see myself sitting beside a big York stone fireplace. Have a place close to the seashore where we could sit and watch the sunset with a glass of wine.
CIBC Personal Vision Financial Security. To see how we can help secure your financial future with the right retirement plan, see your CIBC personal banker.
The way I see it, my retirement is going to be great.
At CIBC, we're working to see what you see.
The federal government is considering a tax on health and dental benefits. Most Canadians depend on these benefits. If you're one of them, you'll be paying the price in more taxes and compromised health care.
Enough is enough.
Taxing your health is not the way to solve Canada's economic problems.
Say no to a tax on dental benefits.
Say no to a tax on your health.
Ask your dentist for details.
Write or fax your member of parliament.
A message of concern from the Ontario Dental Association and the Canadian Dental Association.
A magical voice, a mysterious genius. Celebrate the Phantom of the Opera at the glorious Pantages Theatre. For tickets, call 872-2222.
Only one minivan was good enough to win Car Guide's Best Buy Award for 1995. The Chrysler Magic Wagon. And now Canada's value leader comes with dual airbags, air conditioning, automatic transmission, V6 engine, 7-passenger seating, and more for just $18,888. There's only one Best Minivan Buy of the Year and only one place to get it. Chrysler, the original minivan store.
City Biz, brought to you by your local Chrysler dealer.
Tonight, the latest numbers show that auto insurance went up 11.5% last year. And even though that's about 6 times the rate of inflation, we're facing more hikes this year.
I think it's disgusting. We have enough taxes and increases going on already. It's not fair, but how do we stop it is the question.
The Ontario Insurance Commission says rates jumped 11.5% last year. In addition, a flurry of changes just approved means we'll see a new round of increases averaging 9.8%.
We are already paying high already, so why should it go up already? Why is the money we are making, we don't have increase at our work, so we don't see reason why we should pay more in our insurance.
This is our business in Rexdale. We have a business and a home, both in Etobicoke, and I'm very upset at the cost of our gas estimated charges this month. They billed me for $650.56, and the actual reading should have been $521.35, which is a great deal of difference. When you bill me and it's an overestimated bill, and I pay it, and you have my money tied up interest-free for a period of even 1 month, and I don't think it's fair.
If clearly there's been an error in the estimate, we'd adjust the bill right away.
Well, even if you can't make the gas company change its policies, you certainly can read your bill, and that can help you end up with more money in your pocket every month.
Hi.
Can you courier documents and make travel arrangements?
Yes, I can.
It's the business club. This is more a club lounge, as you will find at airports for first-class travelers. And you will find that you have all the computer equipment, you have all the secretarial services that you could imagine.
The Delta Chelsea is hoping this will help it increase its business travel by about 10%. With the ins and outs of money, I'm Libby Znaimer for CityPulse tonight.
In entertainment tonight, Joanna Connor's got the rockin' blues up at the Silver Dollar. Teresa's right there in the middle of the dance floor.
Thank you very much, Mark. I certainly am. Joanna Connor is a hard rock and blues slide guitar player from Chicago. She's in town for 3 nights. Her second album is called Fight. Give it a listen. Making stupid but funny, most of the time, prank phone calls. Then they got a record deal. Now they've got a movie deal. But does the Jerky Boys, the movie really work? Well, here's a quick peek.
Yeah, put Tony on. Is he there?
Yeah, who's calling?
Look, Jerky, I don't need to talk to you. Get me Tony, I said.
Okay, hold on.
I was surprised to find out when people heard we were making a movie, they were in shock saying, what the hell's the movie going to be about? What? You two guys just making phone calls? And that's what mostly people were saying, you know? And incidentally, that's what the movie's about.
Oh, I got hemorrhoids bad. My hiney's killing me. I need help.
Sir, I'd appreciate it if you use the proper terminology.
Okay, I'm sorry.
They're sort of two down and outers that all they really know how to do is hassle people over the phone. And, you know, they end up calling the mob, and Johnny pretends he's Frank Rizzo, this new mob boss coming into town.
So you think you're just going to waltz in here and start taking over my turf?
You got it there, liver lips.
They've got a flair for character, and they've got a flair for wild improvisation that not very many people have.
I'll tell you something. If anything happens to them, I'm holding you personally responsible. We got something going here or what?
I'll think about it. I'll take it under advisement.
And on the arts front, New York photographer Martha Harrington is showing at the Jane Corkin Gallery.
This work of Martha's is particularly exciting because she started to get interested in film, and she uses her interest in environment in a panoramic way, as you can see in this picture. And actually, she's been a real leader in the field. She has been interested in environmental issues since the 60s, and a lot of young artists have used her work as a reference point. She's interested in man's intervention into the environment, but in a positive way.
Okay, we're back live at the Silver Dollar. I just want to mention that there are more Tragically Hip tickets going on sale Friday at 10 a.m. About 800 more for Cops Coliseum and about 1,200 more for the Gardens, okay? So scoop them up, guys, if you want to go. Once again, we're live with Joanna Connor. She's going to be here Friday and Saturday night, $10 a pop to get in. She sounds great. It's a wrap on entertainment. Back to you, Mark.
I like that. John, you ready? Yeah. All right, he's ready. We weren't sure. Sports after a short break. Stay with us.
Hey, folks, Gallagher here. I'm shouting. I don't know why. Tonight in sports, 44 and going for more. Schoolers.
Stop! Who's got the speech?
Some fear King George is mad.
It's unthinkable.
Others know for certain.
Hello there, Georgie boy.
He's not well.
He is to rule in your place.
By whose authority?
Now there's only one way he can keep his throne. By proving he can keep his wits.
Do you think that you're mad?
I'm not mad, just nervous.
The madness of King George.
God save the king. And so on.
Opens February 3rd at select theaters.
I'm Jennifer Dykes, and I switched back to Bell. The other long-distance company service. Emergency service? No. The bills were confusing. The hidden fee of $9 a month, and the savings were estimated.
Thousands like Jennifer are coming back to Bell. Why?
When you receive a Bell bill, you can look it over, and it's all very easy to read. They offered me a variety of plans and helped me save more money.
It's what we're doing to earn your business.
If you want service, you have to deal with Bell.
I mean, when she gets close, it's no time to get in a sweat.
The way to fight wetness is clear.
If I get close and he smells, no way.
The way to fight odor is clear. New Clear Arid, the antiperspirant with Clear Double X protection against wetness and odor.
When we're together, who needs distractions?
Get a little closer with new Clear Arid Extra Extra Dry, solid and gel.
Yeah, I trust Arid.
Dave, now let's move on to the world of Mr. and Mrs. Consumer.
Gee, it's almost lunchtime.
Yes. Now, as you can see, this pie chart illustrates your core customer.
When you have a craving for a delicious bacon mushroom melt, come to Wendy's.
Thanks.
It's a quarter pound of fresh beef, 3 strips of bacon, and mushrooms in a cheddar cheese sauce.
So what do you think, Dave?
I'm satisfied.
Great. Let's move on to section...
Wendy's bacon mushroom melt. When you gotta have one, you gotta have one.
Sports time with Gallagher, and he has memories.
Exactly, like the corners of my mind. I remember like it was yesterday, 1 year ago today, the Montreal Canadiens were atop the NHL standings. 10 games over 500, number 1 with a bullet, not a care in the world. Well, my little Happy Tom friends, things have changed a little in Montreal. Canadians are struggling in the early going, or is it just any time they go to Florida? They can't win there. Canadians have yet to win in that state. Stu Barnes with a puck for the Panthers. He cuts in, beats St. Patrick Roy, and it's 1-0 for the Panthers. They come close here. Bill Lindsay is robbed by Roy. It's still 1-0. Holy cow. Canadians will tie it. Kurt Muller pounces on a loose puck and fires it home. 1-1. That's how it ends. Here's the NHL. We're going to show you every NHL game we don't have time. Maple Leafs lucky to be alive, let alone ahead with a win and a tie halfway through their 4-game tour of the West. They've stolen points away from Dallas and Vancouver. Take their traveling road show to Edmonton tomorrow. Calgary Saturday. Leafs are tied for 4th place in the league, and they haven't even found their legs. They haven't broken to a sweat, for goodness sakes. NBA tonight, Cleveland and Detroit. Little fancy Dan action. Carol Brandon with the 3-pointer. Yes. Cavs with a lead, but Grant Hill with a nice move here. And the lay. Detroit wins it by 2. Quick, sports fans. What's Johnny Gallagher's favorite number? Well, the answer is 44. So tonight's big 44th annual Conn Smythe Celebrity Dinner was a must-see. Lisa Gray did that, a little schmoozing for good measure. Here's the story.
Isaiah, it looks like quite a night.
Yeah, it's a great night. You know, we have a lot of people here for a special cause, Easter Seals, Timmy and Tammy. All the athletes and all the organizations have been kind enough to donate jerseys or some type of sports memorabilia that people can walk up and bid for. And, you know, everybody who has been approached to give something or do something has bent over backwards to really do it.
I haven't had a chance to come the last few years. Coming at the time of my training, but right now it's nice to be able to come out and be here for a great cause.
Hey, Kristen, how's dinner?
It's okay.
It's okay? Are you having fun tonight?
Yes.
All right. Isaiah's a nice guy, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see who we can find in the crowd. Wow, there's my brother. Hi, Todd. John, Mr. Bitov, you're usually at the head table.
They didn't invite me. No, it's Isaiah's night. What can I say?
It's a great cause.
It is a great cause, and the Raptors are happy to help out however they can.
Organizers of tonight's event are hoping to raise upwards of $100,000 with all of the proceeds going to the Easter Seal Foundation. At the Metro Convention Center, I'm Lisa Gray for CityPulse tonight.
Now, while Major League Baseball players dilly-dallied over the latest owner's offer, the one without the thorny salary cap, U.S. President Bill Clinton sent another strong message to both sides, and that is, speed it up, people! Come on! Focus! Clinton has set a Monday deadline for making substantial progress. Well, the L.A. Raiders, the entire NFL for that matter, lost a darn good coach today. Hall of Famer Art Shell, hard worker, loyal husband, all-around good guy, fired. Assistant Mike White is his replacement. Shell spent 27 years with the Raiders, the last 5 as head coach. He was 56-41, couldn't win the big one. This is United Sports. Oh, am I going to have to tape this together? Okay, I'll need that.
On the radio. I'm glad you took it so well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Harold has the weather. Hope you take that well right after this.
Well, for the morning ride into work, hoods, mitts, scarves, everything to keep warm on our really chilly morning. Stay tuned. We're back after the Bell Canada Weather Shot. The Eyes of Toronto.
Only one minivan was good enough to win Car Guide's Best Buy Award for 1995. The Chrysler Magic Wagon. And now Canada's value leader comes with dual airbags, air conditioning, automatic transmission, V6 engine, 7-passenger seating, and more for just $18,888. There's only one best minivan buy of the year and only one place to get it. Chrysler, the original minivan store.
For the month of February, celebrate the Olive Garden's Carnival of Venice with our delicious new Chicken Venetian Carnival, only $10.95. Seasoned chicken breast, grilled Venetian style. Roasted vegetables, savory cheese and spinach ravioli, topped with mozzarella and a hearty marinara. Unlimited breadsticks, free soup or salad, and our delicious new Chicken Venetian Carnival, all for just $10.95 during the Carnival of Venice. So hurry to the Olive Garden.
Quick check of the weather. Everything's quick tonight. Here's Harold.
Chilly one, and you know whose fault it is? It's the groundhog's fault. Long time before we'd see the temperature up there, but it's gone down, 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 and right now we are at -9. And we still got a little bit of a wind coming in out of the northwest at 13, the humidity 67%, and the pressure moving up from 102.0. The sunrise is tomorrow at 7:33, sets at 5:31. Our high today was -8. We're heading down to -15 in the downtown core tonight. Outside of the downtown core, anywhere from -18 to -20. The reason for it? Well, check out the satellite picture. Cold air sinking down from the northwest, but take a look in the middle of the map. We have a new weather system getting organized. However, that will pass just to the south of the lower lakes during tomorrow night and Saturday, bringing a little bit of snow for us on Saturday. Here we see that we have clear air over us, and that is the cold Arctic air that's going to be with us right through tomorrow. Overnight temperatures then dropping down to around -15 here in the city of Toronto, -12 in London, -9 in Windsor, but -21 in Muskoka. Tomorrow, with a bit of sunshine in the morning, we'll get up to -4. Windsor gets to -1. Muskoka gets to -8. And the cloud rolls in late tomorrow afternoon. By tomorrow night, we may be seeing a few light flurries, and we'll see 1 or 2 centimeters of snow on Saturday. And then on Sunday morning, we have some cloud, but on Sunday afternoon, the cloud clears out. Temperatures Saturday and Sunday, -5, -6. Heading into the new week, lots of sunshine, but temperatures continuing colder than normal. So, bundle up for the morning ride into work. Mark?
All right, thanks, Harold. Here's a couple of stories to watch for tomorrow. I'll have an exclusive interview with Bill McCormick, the vacationing and soon-to-be retired chief of police. And as you can see from some live pictures, the shuttle Discovery is on the launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center. It'll make its second attempt to lift off just after midnight on what my buddies in air traffic control would call a near miss with the Russian space station, and the first woman at the helm. That is this edition of City Pulse tonight. The next tomorrow at 6. Watch for updates overnight and on BT and LT. Good night.